Hey, did you know? Today's April 9. History flipped, the world spun, but nothing compares to you being born. Faster than the morning light, your name shoot through the sky. Every breath's a spark of fate, no time to wait, ignite and fly. Never play by anyone's rules, your eyes set everything ablaze. Forget the script, burn the page, you were made to light the stage. Special ain't enough today, let's repaint the world your way. A birthday song to tame for you, this shout is your debut. Happy birthday, the world is cheering out loud. April 9, a legend began, lighting up the earth in the clouds. Boeing 737 took flight that day, but you're built to go further away. Can you hear it? The sound of beginning. Every step you take rewrites the scene. Reality bends when you believe you're not meant to blend or shrink. You were born to make them think. Even doubts from yesterday have turned into your power play. You're not here just to survive, you were made to come alive. Back in 67, steel wings flew, Hefner dreamed and legends grew. But today's not about the past, it's your turn now at last. You're still in bloom, name undefined, but you've got fire, heart and spine, so scream it loud, let them hear. I exist and I'm right here. Happy birthday, the planet's clapping for real. April 9, the stars aligned, your voice was born to break the seal. Through history and noise and doubt, you're the one they sing about. April shouts, this voice won't fade. To the one I love, this song is ablaze. Happy birthday, live out loud. You're the storm, you're the vow, you're the wow. April shouts, this voice won't fade. To the one I love, this song is ablaze. Happy birthday, live out loud. You're the storm, you're the vow, you're the wow. Hey, did you know what day it is? April 10, Titanic's launch day. But forget the ship. The real legend born today is you. Let's go! Wake up your fire inside. Who's gonna stop that storm? If they call it too much, you're close to blowing up the norm. Rules? Manners. You're the one who breaks them. Steven Seagal would bow down to how you move and shake them. Steve Murdays from horns flare in heat. Your Aries rage ignites the sky. The world can't keep your beat. Happy battle forewarned devil fever. History trembles when you rise. Forget Titanic, your birth hit harder than any tide. A miracle this loud needs a voice just as wild. The world chose this day just to make you happen. Mistakes, regrets, they're scared of your stride. Even when you fall, you punch your fate back, eyes open wide. Limits? Who decides that? You've crushed them every time. And every time you do, you steal my breath, you redefine. Paul left the band, but the music lived on. But if you were gone, this world's long gone. April 10th must be a glitch in the code. Too much beauty for one day to hold. Happy birthday for one toad at fever. Every soul is raising fists for you. The way you are, just breathing here saves someone, maybe me, it's true. So scream it, shake it, burn it all. You were born to break the rules. Brighter, bolder than the rest, your very breath is blessed. So let me say it loud and clear. Happy birthday, my Aries fighter. April 11, the world flipped upside down more than once, but one thing never changed. You were born is everything. What should I believe in now? You always staring straight ahead. No filter, no lies in your eyes. Saving lives just by standing still. You don't need words to speak. Kindness wrapped in a razor's edge. Your Aries flame, it doesn't scream. It burns quietly, endlessly. Happy birthday, hope for a wave. Even the stars lean in today. Apollo 13 was launched this day, but your heartbeat echoes louder anyway. Imperfect takeoffs don't matter. No one can dim your shine. This isn't random, you were born for this. You fake being calm so well, but I know you burn hotter than fire. Picking up pieces of broken hearts, even when no one says thank you. You push past every limit sign with that wild, I don't care if I burn face. You break, rebuild, then break again, just to move forward, forward, forward. Happy birthday, fall away. Some lights are born from the wreckage. You stumble, fall, then rise again, still smiling like you meant to do it. You're the kind of future that this world desperately needs. You don't need rockets, your story already touched the sky. Happy birthday, you're the miracle right now. Do you know what happened on April 12th? In 1961, Gagarin broke through the sky, the first human to see Earth from space. In 1981, Columbia flew and came back, the first returnable ship. And then, you were born, another milestone, another orbit began. Juyin, they said that's impossible, but you just smiled and lit the fuse. You crossed lines no one dared to near, fired up the rocket, called you. It's the day you came to rewrite the world. You hide the tears, walk through the storm, but your footsteps shimmer like stardust. Every step you take lights a path for the rest of us. You don't need rockets to break the sky. Conviction alone can fly. Your first cry, it wasn't small. It was the loudest launch this world ever heard. Happy birthday, first human in space. Your voice lifts us higher than gravity. Born on this day, we're thankful you did. That's enough, that's everything. You're here now, alive on Earth. And somehow, that makes the cosmos feel warm. April 12 means the day humanity broke the sky, and the day you were born. That's the real miracle. Hey, did you know April 13 is the day something exploded? 1970, Apollo 13 lost its oxygen. Everyone thought it was the end, but they came back, and so did you. Every time they said you're done, you took another step forward. Just won't stop, but the second I stand still, my heartbeat screams louder than thoughts. Behave, you really think that works on me? We're the kind of souls who only see 13 seconds ahead. I know, Peace, so heard your would pretend. You're Justin Hofer, Silver, meeting Ladazado friends. So hey, I know you really think that works on me. We're the kind of souls who only see 13 seconds ahead. Happy birthday, you're a problem, not a mistake. Yeah, Apollo 13 started with we have a problem, but what made it a legend wasn't luck, it was will. Now you're living proof of that. Unpredictable, unstoppable, undeniable. Destiny, it's for the ones who break it. Failure, defeat, labels like those don't stick on me. I'm not perfect, I'm just me, and that's already a weapon. I know, Peace, so heard your would be den. Your voice says more with one look, you don't need this to fight. Your gaze cuts sharper than steel. Happy birthday, 13 seconds ahead. Your life won't fit their timelines. Too fast, too wild, yeah, and beautifully alive. You were born today, April 13, and this world's been waiting for that chaos. So hey, you know what April 13 really means? Sure, it's the day things broke, but more than that, it's the day you were born. The day we got a reason to believe in broken things. Do you know what happened on April 14? In 1912, the Titanic hit an iceberg. In 1865, Lincoln was shot. People call it a day of disaster, but it's also the day you were born, not the day things ended, the day you began. It's like midnight static in your chest. This world keeps freezing your breath, but you still laugh, don't you? Like defiance wrapped in warmth. Warned you, you're going down. You heard it, you knew, and still you aim to bloom right there in the sinking. Happy birthday, iceberg blown, the day the Titanic broke apart. The night Lincoln's dream was silenced, but that same day you arrived. When the world was falling, you were rising. day iceberg blown. In a world that froze you out, you still chose life when everyone else gave up. You smiled and somehow that was enough to bring us back to the surface. So hey, do you know what April 14 really is? Yeah, it's the day we sank, but it's also the day you were born, and that's why we float again. Do you know what April 15 means? In 1912, the Titanic sank into the cold sea. In 2019, Notre Dame burned in the Paris sky. They say it's the day beauty fell apart, but it's also the day you were born. You, who showed us some things bloom after the fire. You've heard too much breaking, the crash of endings, over and over, but somehow you found meaning in the ruins. Your eyes said, I trust no one, but the day you smiled, even the world started breathing again. Happy birthday, ashes of glory, past the shipwreck beneath the scorched cathedral roof. You were born, quiet but blazing, in a world that screamed it's over. You whispered, let it continue. Soft, low, the story didn't end because you arrived. You hated the word hope, said it's for liars and fools. But somehow your broken kindness made us want to believe again. People sink, cities burn, but that's never the last page. You stood up in the ashes and became our flame. Happy birthday, ashes of glory, extinguishing fires and igniting new ones. That's what real beauty looks. Hey, did you know what happened on April 16? It's the day the world broke into grief, and also the day Charlie Chaplin was born. The one who made us laugh while hiding 1,000 tears. You remind me of that. even in nights that couldn't be laughed off. You lived, truly lived. They said, stop joking, but they didn't see. Your jokes carried more weight than all their solemn truths. Happy birthday, Science Edge. The same day Charlie Chaplin was born, the man who laughed through shadows like him. You walk that line between smile and sorrow, pain and punchline. That kind of beauty, this world's still too loud to notice. There were cracks in your gaze even when your lips curved up. You don't scream, but your silence shakes the air. Every blink, every breath moves like a black and white reel of war and warmth. You live like a Chaplin frame, still and wild. Happy birthday, Science Edge. You stand where lines blur and colors fade, between the joke and the punch, between the wound and the mask. And today, on this strange aching day, you were born and we are better for it. Sirens and silence, but you were born, a single smile in all that noise. Do you know what April 17 means? It's the day Apollo 13 made it home. After failure, after fire, and still, they came back. You were born on that same day, so maybe, so were you. In a world of shattered dreams, you didn't close your eyes. No applause, no spotlight, still you kept rebuilding from the dark. They said you broke, but I knew better. You weren't broken, you were rewiring to Pina. You owe happy birthday, comeback code on the day Apollo made it back from oxygenless space and near death. You were born with the same code, the kind that bends but never snaps. You're not unbreakable, you're the one who returns. Awfully, firmly. Being alive, that's already a miracle. No one called you strong out loud, but you're standing here, aren't you? And that alone is why I still believe in this world. Impossible is your starting point. When the oxygen runs out, you breathe with heart. You rewrite the mission. You're not a survivor, you're a comeback artist. Happy birthday, comeback code. You fell farther than most, but you walked back, not perfectly, but powerfully. You laughed through the landing and claimed your light. That's why today exists, because you do. April 17, the day they returned, the day you were born, and somehow that overlapped. Wasn't an accident. Hey, do you know what April 18 really is? The day the ground broke San Francisco in two. The day Einstein closed his eyes forever, but also the day you arrived and proved that even when the world falls apart, the mind doesn't have to. While buildings collapse, your brain kept running, digging for answers Hey, do you know what April lately really is? A day layered in loss and echoes of violence, but still, someone stood up, not to destroy, but to choose again. That someone feels a lot like you. From the cracks of a fallen city, you picked up stray pieces of light. Where no one looked, you still believed in tomorrow. Clean, it's standing while still breaking, and you made that look brave. I bring your rattle like the deep. Happy birthday, dust and flame, in dust and ash and desperate prayers. What burned wasn't anger, it was your quiet, stubborn will. April 19, a day the world nearly gave up, but you whispered, not yet. But some keep burning. They all shouted about justice, you carried it in silence. No slogans, no speeches, just choices over and over. Cracked beneath our feet, your silence somehow held it together. Now I get it, that's the loudest kind of power. Happy birthday, flame. You didn't scream, but you never stopped. You were the one who believed in yourself, where no one else was watching. And the fact you were born today feels like the world's way of saying there's still hope. Hey, did you know April 20 is a line in the sky? Yesterday was fire, today becomes earth. Impulse turns into patience, shouting quiets into resolve. So of course you were born today, you were meant to walk the edge. You turn raw anger into quiet resolve. And in that still gaze, the world forgot to spin. Termine or anime, just stay beside in a glove. Shouldn't stop crying, that feel I 3-5. You didn't stop crying, you didn't stop smiling. You just started carrying the weight of both. Happy birthday, lie well cared for between chaos and choice. You root yourself where fire used to rage. You don't destroy, you hold, you don't scream, you decide. And that's why the world needed you today. Quiet. Not everyone walks the line, only the ones who choose to. Even when the past echoes loud, you drown it out with your own footsteps. The strength to not blame anyone speaks louder than anger ever could. It's not rage, it's rhythm, not impulse, it's intention. You looked April 20 in the face and said, I'll turn you into the future. Hey, did you know what April 21 really means? It's the day Rome was founded, the day Queen Elizabeth II was born, and the day you arrived, not to rule over, but to hold the world together. You walk behind the crowd, or so they think, but somehow you always led without pushing. Every step redraws the map, every pause rewrites the rules. You don't speak much, but silence has never been this loud. You don't need borrowed voices, even your quiet burns with purpose. Crowns aren't handed out, they appear on those who already carry the weight. Happy birthday, Crown Co. April 21, the day of foundations, the birth of queens, the rise of cities. But above all that, today celebrates you. Not to dominate, but to support, to stand, to center. Soft but certain, you weren't chosen by fate, you chose to rise. Rome began today, so did the weight of legacy. But honestly, what really matters is the way you hold the present. Happy birthday, crown cold, not above of others, but for others. Your posture says more than power ever could. April 21 was never just history, it was the blueprint for someone like you. So hey, April 21, it's the day the world crowned new ideas. But for me, it's the day you chose yourself, and that changed everything. April 22 is Earth Day, a day to honor life, nature, and everything that stays. But to me, it's the day you were born, a quiet star with gravity of your own. You walk slower than most, but always forward, always true. Just when I'm okay from you and the people around you, remember how to breathe. There's strength that doesn't shout, kindness that doesn't shine. You gave the world a silence that somehow healed it. Happy birthday, Earth beat. Every step you take shakes the ground in gentle waves. There's a future you protect where no one even sees you do it. They call it Earth Day, but I call it the day you became our axis. It's not about speed, it's about moving with certainty. While others rush to nowhere, you rooted yourself deep. You didn't sway with every wind, and still people found shelter near you. They chased light, you embraced even the shadow. You're not just surviving, you're allowing others to live. Happy birthday, birthday to honor this living planet, but I want to honor you for being part of what keeps it alive. Did you know April 23 is the day words caught fire? The day Shakespeare was born. The day the world celebrates books and voices, and the day you lit your match and rewrote the silence. You chose not to fight with fists, but with syllables. And that's why your silence hurts the most. You never said much, but your eyes, they screamed strength, louder than any speech I've ever heard. You never said much, but your eyes, they screamed strength, louder than any speech I've ever heard. Happy birthday, pay fire. There's no such thing as fireproof paper. Your words ignite the air around them quietly, but clearly. April 23, a new page turned and your story, you began to burn. Happy birthday. No sound still heard, and you never needed metaphors. Just one true sentence could crack my armor and stitch me back up again. They burned books to stop revolutions, but ideas don't burn, and your voice, it's flame-proof rage in perfect rhythm. Happy birthday, pay fire. You don't shout, you strike, with truth laced in melody. Your kindness is sharp, your fury poetic, and somewhere tonight your verse is saving someone. April 23. The day Shakespeare gave us kings and fools, but I think the hero he never wrote was someone just like you, and that's the story I believe in. We opened our eyes to the universe. The Hubble Space Telescope launched, and for the first time we try to see what can be seen. You're just like that, watching quietly, seeing everything no one else does. You said nothing, but saw everything, further than most, deeper than all, and yet you held that truth with grace, not pride. You pretended not to notice, but I know you did. Your gaze brought focus to this world that couldn't see itself. Happy birthday, deep sight, April 24, the day we gave the sky a lens. But what mattered more was the moment you opened your eyes. You noticed sorrow no one dared to name, and hope too faint for others to sense. to see what's still coming. Happy birthday, deep sight, before dreams fell apart. You gathered their pieces, you turned invisible forces into something we could hold. This world doesn't always thank you, but it's breathing better because of you. April 24, the day the stars came into focus, and the day you became the sharpest vision we never expected, but always needed. Did you know? April 25 is the day we saw the world's blueprint, the day DNA's double helix was revealed, the day a revolution bloomed with flowers, not bullets. No one shouted, they just rewrote the rules, just like you. You don't yell, but the air shifts when you speak. You unravel patterns with nothing but presence. I don't mics, any wit, but don't get into kind of free in this side. You're kush, but no one can resist. Your kindness isn't soft, it's a quiet protest against everything cruel. If you cannot know, bye. Happy birthday, Code Bloom. Revolutions don't need weapons, just beauty. Like petals in gun barrels, like base pairs aligned with purpose. Your voice doesn't burn, it restructures. April 25, the day you entered, and the world tilted gently. Balance fades, but beauty, it replicates. You never raised your voice, but your silence shook us. Change didn't come from power, it came when you forgave. Destruction is easy, but rebuilding takes genius. You understood the architecture and rewrote the system with mercy as your method. Happy birthday, Code Bloom. Just the fact that you were born today softens the sharp edges of the world. You don't break things, you recode what living means, and honestly, that's what real revolution looks like. April 25, the code bloomed, and you became one of its most beautiful lines. Did you know? April 26 is the day Invisible Harm was released. Chernobyl tore silencing into the sky. No noise, no warning, no mercy. But you were born on that day too. Not to destroy, but to glow where no light dared to. The pain you carried had no shape, no name, but you still smiled like that was your way of shielding the world. You couldn't stop it, you couldn't undo it, but you chose not to absorb it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Happy birthday, mighty eye. While everyone ran, you stayed and left light behind. In the middle of silent disaster, you chose to live. April 26th, the day the world cracked, but you began your quiet revolution. Oh 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 oh. Oh 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 oh. Not all radiation poisons, some becomes light. Instead of fury, you offered softness. Even when you broke, you didn't break others. Oh 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 oh. Even if you never come back, even if no one sees, you still leave traces. Your presence resonates like particles in the dark. Oh 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 oh. Happy birthday, Reggie. History may stay scarred, but your light made even that easier to carry. In the rings of destruction, your glory
you know? April 27 is a day that moves quietly. While the world makes noise, you produce results without ever stepping into the light. No applause, no headlines, but still, you're at the center. You hate attention, but you've never disappeared. You never asked to be seen, yet your footsteps became someone else's path. It's not about being loud or being fast. It's how you hold the world steady while everyone else runs. Happy birthday, still core. From the shadows you held everything together. No name in lights, but you were the one keeping things alive. April 27, the birth of strength that never needed a stage. It's not presence, it's purpose that sets you apart. You don't need to be chosen because you always choose. You don't count how many need you. You just never shake, even when they lean on you too hard. While everyone rushed ahead, you stood behind to protect. And when I look back, it was your steady trace that made me feel safe. Happy birthday, your core. You don't ask for praise, you carry the weight without noise. But today, let me say it anyway. I'm glad you exist because April 27 wouldn't mean nothing without you. You probably don't want applause, but just this once, let it echo for you. Did you know April 28 is a day for taking things back, forwarding the past without apology, but never following it blindly when you show up normal shifts, and that's the moment everything begins. You never follow the right beat, but you're never off track either. You walk that dangerous edge like it's a runway, like it's home. You knew that breaking the rules is easy, but bending them from within, now that's power. And you made it look like play. Happy birthday, Alfie Walla. Your footsteps fall wrong, and that's what makes them right. You sink the world to your breath, not by force, but by rhythm. Today, because you exist, the pattern changed. You're the bug in the code, but that bug, it pulses with life. You joked your way through storms, but you were always watching, always calculating the things no one else saw. They told me to stay in rhythm, told me not to glitch, but then you stepped off beat, and suddenly the world turned into music. Happy birthday, Alfie Loya. Your misfit timing set someone else free. Because you were born today, out of sync became style. April 28, the coronation of a rhythm-breaking king. Crowns aren't made to fit, they're meant to be tilted. And when you tilt it just right, that's how a real royal rises. Did you know April 29 is the day history trembled? A time where light and shadow danced too close. They called it shower, but honestly, if someone like you stood there, then hope would have come a lot sooner. This era never tells you what's right, only what's loud. But you chose to stand quiet
You didn't follow words, you followed discomfort. That quiet rebellion, yeah, that's real power. Happy birthday, Nordstrom. In a world made of static, you held your own frequency while others screamed truth too loud. Your uncertain conviction shone with more beauty than perfection ever could. Crowns don't roar, they glow in noise. You never echoed, you spoke in your own language, and that didn't just resist the current, it rewrote it. You fought should with I want to. You shook, but you didn't break. No one knows how hard that is, but I saw you do it anyway. Happy birthday, Nordstrom. You're the quiet monarch who doesn't need a throne to rule. April 29 isn't just history, it's the start of something else, it's your beginning. A crown isn't stolen, it's something that lands on the head of the one who stays true without flinching. Did you know April 30 is the day things finish? And that takes more strength than anyone admits. You didn't just stand at the end, you caught it. And because of that, the world can begin again. While everyone turned away, afraid of the word ending, you looked straight at it with that calm face that said, it's okay, I've got this. Your it'll be fine wasn't comfort, it was transformation. You turned grief into beginning. Happy birthday, last light, standing last means standing strongest. You lit hello right after someone else's goodbye. April 30, the day a hand was born to take the baton. We only ended right because you stayed behind. You carried the weight of stories that weren't even yours. Open tomorrow's door with hands full of yesterday. Ending something isn't about breaking it, it's about closing it so it can open again. And you knew that without saying a word. Happy birthday, last light, because of you. April didn't just end, it landed. You're not leftovers, you're the pillar that holds the roof. We could end cause you were already preparing the start. April 30, when everyone else says, I don't want it to be over, you say, it's okay, and that's the bravest thing anyone can do. Your birthday's the final page that dares to open a new book.